Hey Ari!
Hey.
So today we're going to learn how to work with the loose grouped animal cards. And the animal that we're going to discuss today is the group of amphibians.
Alright.
Okay, before we start, can you tell me what is an amphibian?
Amphibian is an animal that lives in two different worlds, water and land.
Okay, what can you tell me about their blood type?
The blood type is cold type, cold
Okay,
blood.
so they're cold-blooded. And how about their skin?
Their skin is slippery, I think. Slip and I don't know.
Okay, so they are scaleless.
Scaleless.
And their skin are usually wet and slippery.
Wet.
So when we see an animal that doesn't have any scales, their skin is wet and slippery,
Yes.
and they are cold-blooded and live in two areas, land and water. They are called amphibians.
Okay.
Do you know what this animal is called?
It's salamander.
Okay. And where can we find salamanders?
You can find it on the river, in the pond, and in nearby the water.
Okay, and what do salamanders eat?
They eat insects and some of the eggs of frog, for example.
Okay, and they eat larvae also.
Larvas, okay.
Okay. Their skin.
Skin is like Dalmatian.
Yeah, so they
have two
scaleless
colors,
skin,
right? Yellow and black.
Yes. Scaleless skin and it's slippery, and it's also cold-blooded. So the salamander isn't?
It's an amphibian.
Okay, can you keep this card at the top?
Okay, sure.
Okay. How about this animal?
I see it's toad.
Okay, it's a toad.
Toad.
And where can we find toads?
You can find it nearby the pond, I think, same, nearby the river. And of course, because I think they also like an amphibian, because they have two different forms, right?
Yeah, so this is also called an amphibian. And what do toads eat?
They eat insects like what? Nyamuk?
Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes, right? They eat mosquitoes.
Okay, so because it's cold-blooded and it doesn't have any scales and their skin is also slippery and live in two areas, water and land, they are called?
We call it amphibian.
Okay, can you keep it next to the salamander? Okay, how about this animal? Do you know what this animal is?
I think it is kadal. What is it in English?
Kadal in English is called a lizard.
Lizard, yeah, it's lizard.
But this isn't a lizard. A lizard is a reptile.
Sorry.
Okay, so this is called a newt.
What?
Can you repeat after me? Newt.
Newt.
Okay. So this animal is still in the family of salamanders, but they're different. In size, they're smaller. Can you guess where the newts live?
I think it's also almost similar. Nearby the river, nearby the pond.
And what do newts eat? What do you think newts
Same
eat?
insects.
Yes,
Also
they eat
similar.
insects, small insects, eggs, and of the frogs and toads and snails, even mosquito eggs sometimes, and also larvae.
Okay.
Okay, and because it's cold-blooded and the skin is scaleless and slippery, it's called an
Amphibian.
Okay, can you keep it next to the toad? Okay, how about this?
And it's a frog on
Okay,
top of the lip.
Yes, it's a frog. And where do frogs live?
They live in a river, in the land sometimes, but most likely that in the area that have water nearby, of course.
Okay, and what do frogs eat?
They eat insects, mosquitoes, especially because they have like a long, what is it, tongue.
Okay, so because it's cold-blooded and it's scaleless and the skin is all slippery, it's called an
Amphibian.
Okay, can you keep it at the top?
Sure.
How about this?
Is it
Have you
snake?
seen it before?
Snake or eel?
Okay. It's called a Sicilian. Sicilian, yes.
Is it small or big?
It's it depends on the size. There are various types of Sicilian. but this is not a snake because it doesn't have any scales. And they also live in the water and can also live in the land. And they're also cold-blooded.
Alright.
Can you tell me where they live? Do you have any idea?
Same, I think. It's similar.
Yes, so they live in the ponds and
The pond, the river.
quiet rivers. What type of food do they eat?
I don't think that they eat insects, but maybe larvae or eggs.
Okay, they eat larvae and eggs, but they actually have very sharp teeth. So they also eat insects, and they usually swallow their food whole. Okay, so because it doesn't have any scales and the skin is slippery and it's cold-blooded, we call it an
amphibian.
Okay, can you keep it inside? Okay, so now here I have a few word tags that we're going to match with the pictures. Can you read what this is?
Salamander.
Okay, can you match it to the picture?
Yeah.
Okay, how about this?
Sicilian.
Can you match it to the picture?
Yeah. What a good name.
How about this?
It's a frog.
Okay, can you keep it?
Yeah.
Okay, how about this?
Newt.
Can you match it to the picture?
Sure.
How about this?
Toad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to check our work. I'm going to give you a set of control cards. Can you match the cards to the pictures?
Sure. Newt. Salamander. It's a frog. Toad. Sicilian. Yeah.
Okay, so Ari, today we've learned about amphibians and we've learned about
Salamander, toad, newt, frog, and Sicilian.
Okay, Ari, so on the shelf there's many other types of loose grouped animal pictures that you can have a look at, and you can use them anytime you want.
Alright.
Would you like to help me put it back on the
To the
shelf?
shelf. Sure.